And for this panel, if you all can please help me welcome the co-creators and executive producers. We have Dan Povenmire and Swampy Marsh. Come on out. It's not a good way to spend it. Like maybe the rocket. Come on, let me hear it. We have some true fans out there. Thank you both for joining. Let's hear it once again for these two incredible individuals. Now I'm going to start out with a really difficult question for you two.
No.
It's really, really difficult, but
They
what
said
is
it
it?
was going to be all softball stuff.
Oh no, not on this stage, no. So what has it been like reviving such a beloved series after 10 years?
You know, it was a little scary at first because they came and said they wanted 40 more episodes, and we'd done so many episodes. We were like, are we going to be out of ideas when we get there? And that all just evaporated like the first day in the writers' room. We came up with so many new ideas. We're like, oh, this is going to be easy, and we're having the best time.
And it was really nice because Disney didn't want us to reinvent anything or change anything. They just said, what you were doing was working. Can we just get more of that, please? You know, we know how to do that.
Yeah, that's true. Well, as a super fan, as a beloved fan, I grew up in a generation, you know, when this series came out, that loved the show, grew up the show, we know the theme song. But what has it been like to evolve the series for this new generation that will fall in love with these characters?
Well, we had to give Candace a new phone.
That's true, yes.
We did very little changes. Like, we didn't change any of the designs of the character, except Phineas has one extra stripe on his shirt to indicate the passage of time.
Okay.
No, it's important to note that we didn't draw him any taller.
Yes.
Just have it
I think the stripe's a little thinner.
Okay, are you all getting this? I mean, those are small details that we want to know. Now, I do have a question that I'm so curious about. So as we all know, Phineas and Ferb have 104 days of summer vacation. And I would love to know, and I've been dying to know, if they had one more day, what would they do?
They might invent a time machine and go back to the beginning of that summer and do the whole thing again.
I would do that.
Yes.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, and redo it all over again.
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
think they would change anything, or they would stick with the same thing?
I think if what you're doing is working that well, you really wouldn't want to change.
That's so true. All right, and then last question before I'm going to put you two to work, because you don't get anything for free around here, all right? I'm curious to know, what Disney property, if you could, would you cross over with Phineas and Ferb?
You know, we did a Star Wars crossover
Yes.
a while back. We did episode.
Yeah, we got some fans back there. Yeah.
And we've been thinking about, like, should we try to do Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi? You know, like, we'll see.
Okay. What are you thinking?
Well, see, I was just talking about some of the earliest experiences I had with Disney, and I still remember going to Grauman's Chinese Theater and seeing The Jungle Book when it first came out there. And I think it'd be great to do something with some of the old, original Disney stuff.
Okay. Jingle Cruise maybe, or regular? Just gonna throw that out there. So if you see that episode, you know you heard it here first. All right, so like I said, you all are gonna be put to work. Our fans know you all as the executive producers and creators of this wonderful show, but some of them may not know that you two are also artists, right? You all got your start drawing, so I'm gonna have you two stand up. We have easels on the stage, and I'm going to task you all with drawing 3 of your favorite characters from this series. And while we do that, I will be asking you all a series of questions. Okay. So you have to draw,
we have to
listen,
draw,
and answer the questions at the same time.
Answer the questions at the same time.
All right, I think this one is going to be pretty easy. If you could do one Perry the Platypus noise, what would that noise be?
Well, he only has the one noise.
I know, what does that sound like?
So, I can't do it at all. Something like that.
And Swampy, what about for you, Bryn?
What was the question?
What was the Perry the Platypus noise? Go.
Oh, man. No.
All right, here's
When we
another
do
one.
it, it just sounds like we're clearing our throats.
Correct. All right, here's another one. If you were Candace, are you going to bust the boys, or are you going to join them in the fun?
Well, if I was Candace, I would join them in the fun, but the show would not last as long.
Why can't she do
Perry the
both?
Platypus.
She can do both. And we got a Perry the Platypus.
No.
All right, Swampy, what are we working on?
Major monogram.
All right, so you got another one for us. I'm curious to know if you all had an opportunity to create a new innator, what would that be?
A new,
Dr. Jim
like,
Roberts,
one that we haven't done yet?
Yeah, something that you haven't done.
Or one we would want to create in real life.
One that you would want to create in real life.
I would love to have a chicken replacinator. Because that when we first did that, we thought it was the most useless innator ever. Because why would you need something that would just make whatever you shot trade places with the nearest chicken? We've used it a bunch of times in the series.
Or the farthest chicken, there are 2 settings.
Right?
That's
That's
right.
so true.
So there you go. There's Candace. And okay, well, here we go. We can do this real quickly. We can say a platypus. Harry a platypus.
All right, so if Phineas and Ferb were here right now at Destination D23 and the convention was going to wrap, where would be the first place you would take them on property?
My favorite ride on the property is Rise of the Resistance.
Okay, all right.
Bar none, because I was the first kid in line for the first showing of Star Wars in Mobile, Alabama in 1977. And that's the ride that has my heart right now. So I'd probably take them there.
And what about you, Swampy? Where would you take Phineas and Ferb?
Haunted Mansion.
Oh, classic.
Again, being old, I was at the opening of the first Haunted Mansion ride and remember as a kid just thinking that was the coolest thing in the whole wide world.
And isn't it super cool that you now get to create characters in a storyline that they get to create really cool experiences and rides? I feel like that's a pretty full circle. All right, and here's another one as you all get ready to grab Dr. Doom. Now, is there an idea or an episode that was at absolutely no way this is going to make it into the series, and it did? If so, what was it? I think there is one. I think there's a story there.
There's probably several, like most of them are probably in that category.
We realized early on working together that I think one of the reasons that we wanted to keep working together is we could come up with really dumb stuff that didn't sound like a real idea that we really just said to make the other person laugh. And the other person would quite frequently go, wait a minute.
Wait a second.
I think we can do that.
Yeah.
And then we'd work on that. And that was one of the great
Yeah.
joys of working together.
Yeah, when somebody pitches something that they're really just trying to make you laugh and they're not thinking it was a real thing, and the other one goes, yeah, but if we did this, we could actually use it. That's our favorite part of the process.
Now, do either of you have a character that you feel like is the most underrated in the series?
The most probably the giant floating baby head.
Giant floating baby. Although this season I've gotten to voice Dink Winkerson. And I'm having so much, because it was really a pointless character, and for some bizarre reason our writers have embraced him. And now I'm getting to sing a song as Dink Winkerson.
Yeah.
It's just one of the
Second
weirdest
life.
things, so I love that.
All right, can we give a hand and a round of applause for this creation? Come on back, you two. I have 2 more questions that I want to ask you all. Okay. Now, I'm also curious to know, you were talking about singing. Which song from the show is most likely to get stuck in your head for days?
Ooh, it's whatever song we are working on at the time.
Yeah.
You know, it's like when I'm editing an episode or something that we've just written will sometimes get stuck in my head for a long time. Our favorite, I think we both have the same favorite song from the series, which is "Summer Belongs to You," from our first hour-long special. And that was just sort of like the way it sort of encompassed the whole show, and sort of like this is basically the theme of the whole series.
Yeah.
And the writing of that episode, or the writing of that song, was this sort of magical moment where when we got to the chorus, it was me and Swampy and Martin Olson, and we all sang the chorus together, and we didn't even have those words figured out yet, and we all sang it together, and it was this sort of weird magic moment.
If somebody would have filmed it, it would have seemed fake.
Yes.
Yeah.
We would have rehearsed this because we just started spontaneously singing that whole end bit. It was kind of freaky and chill-making, but it was cool.
It was cool though. I mean, and I think that is the cool part about your roles is that you all get to create that type of magic.
Yeah.
Now, if you had to pick one, a giant roller coaster, a time machine, or a backyard beach, which would you choose?
I would put a time machine onto the roller coaster and have it land on the backyard beach. And kill 3 birds with 1 stone.
Okay. See, as a surfer, if I could have a backyard beach, that would be perfect.
All day, every day, and you have the waves in
It would
California.
shorten my journey from the house to the waves considerably.
Yes.
So I'm all in for that.
All right, I am so honored and so glad to have you all here on stage with me right now. But there is something special that I want to do for you. But before we do that, I want you all to know that Phineas and Ferb is available now on Disney Plus and on Disney Channel. You all have to make sure that you are watching because it is quite spectacular and really great. We're so honored to have you all a part of the Disney family, but there is someone that wanted to make a surprise appearance. Can we all put our hands together for the incredible, the amazing, and the, I guess, quiet Agent P? Yeah. Welcome, Agent P. We have found Aries and Platypus. Agent P, thank you so much for being here. We just want to get a quick photo with you. See, there's a camera right there. We all smile. Can we all say Dr. Doofenshmirtz?
Dr.
Doofenshmirtz! Incredible. Thank you all so much. Thank you so much, Destination D23. I've had so much fun being on stage. Dan, Swampy, Agent P, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of Destination D23, and we'll see you all around real soon. Ready? Let's go. Let's do this. See you all.